With a clear outline of the steps required to complete a task, it's a relatively straightforward matter to create the code that will enable FileMaker to automate the process. To create a FileMaker script that captures the sequence of steps, first I'll go to FileMaker's Scripts menu and choose Manage Scripts. That brings up the Manage Scripts window, and at the lower left of the window I'll click the button for a new script. When I do that, an Edit Script window appears, and so the first thing I'll do is give the new script an appropriate name. The task the script will complete is creation of an available titles list. So I'll call the script Available Titles. Now my first step, as per my outline for this script, is to navigate to a suitable layout, in fact the publications layout. So the first thing I'll do in creating the script is choose the Go to Layout command from the list of commands that appear at the left of the window. If I double click on the Go to Layout command, it's immediately moved across into the list of steps that are assembling for this script in the panel at the top right of the window. Now I have the Go to Layout command as the first step in the script, but I also need to specify the layout, and I can set up the options in this panel headed Script Step Options just below the list of script steps for the script I'm building. I have a number of options. In this case, I want to specify the layout, so I'll choose the option for a layout, and then I'll choose the layout I want from the list of layouts in the Specify Layout dialog and click OK. Now the first step is complete. Go to Layout, Publications. Next, I need to go into Find mode. And if I scroll a little way down in the list of commands at the left, conveniently I can see that there's a command Enter Find mode appearing in the Navigation group of commands. I'll double click on Enter Find mode. Now you'll notice that the Enter Find mode step has been added as the second step in my accumulating list of steps for this script. The step includes a parameter in square brackets, which in this case is pause. That would mean that when performing this step, FileMaker would pause the script and wait for some action on the part of the user. And in fact, in this case, I don't want the script to pause. I'd like it to keep going and do some other things because we have another 5 steps to complete. So in the script step options for the Enter Find mode script step, I'll uncheck the option to pause the script at this point. Next up, the script needs to set the criteria for the search. To do that, in Find mode, we would enter values in the appropriate fields to provide the criteria. So I'll have the script do the same. Moving down the list, you'll see that there's a command named setField. If I double click on that command, I can have the script set some criteria into specific fields. And in the script step options for the setField step, there are 2 things to set. First of all, the target field, and secondly, the value to be set into the field, which is set as a calculated result. So if I click on the Specify button next to the label Specify Target Field, FileMaker provides a list of fields for me to choose from. In this case, I need to set the table context as the Publications table occurrence, and the field I want to set a criterion into is the Availability field. Next, I need to say what the criterion to be set into the field is, so I'll click Specify, and FileMaker posts the Specify Calculation dialog so I can indicate what's to be set into the field. The Find criterion for this field will be Available. So I'm entering the word Available as literal text, meaning that it appears between quotation marks in the calculation expression. I'll click OK to dismiss the Specify Calculation dialog, and we can now see that the step is complete. Set field, Publications Availability, Available. I also need to set some criteria into the Publication Year field. So again, I'll double click on the Set Field command to bring it across into the script, and with the second Set Field command selected, I'll choose a field. In this case, from the Publications table, I need the Year field. So now I'll be setting a value into Publications Year, and the value to set into that field will again be a text literal, a greater than symbol, and the year 2000. So now the script is taking shape. Now we need the find to be performed. So I need an appropriate command. which as it happens is the command named perform find in the found sets group of commands in the scrolling panel at the left. Following the list of steps I've assembled in my script outline, the next thing I would want to do is to navigate to the report layout. And to do that, I can choose a command we've used already, the go to layout command, to specify the layout as the publication summary layout. Then of course I need to sort the records, and down in the found sets group of commands, the sort records command appears. I want to perform this command without a dialog. I don't want to prompt the user in any way. I'd like the script to simply continue on and do what I've asked it to do. And I need to specify the sort order. And in this case, we'll be sorting by author's last name. The seventh step of the sequence is Save Records as PDF, and as you can see, that's visible in the group of commands immediately above the Found Sets category. That's the Records group of commands. So I'll double-click on Save Records as PDF, and you'll notice that this step provides quite a few options. First of all, I want FileMaker to perform the step without posting a dialog. I also want to specify the name and location of the file that's to be created. Because I've already created the file, I can simply click on the Add File button and choose the existing file that I want FileMaker to overwrite when the script runs. I'll also choose the Automatically Open File option that appears as a checkbox near the bottom of the Specify Output File dialog. And before I conclude, I'd like FileMaker to switch back to whichever layout I started on. So that requires yet another Go to Layout command. And in this case, I don't need to do anything to change the default configuration of the Go to Layout command. It's already configured to take me to the original layout, that is, the layout that the script commenced on. So now I have a complete script, which reflects the 8 steps or stages of the task that I'd outlined. However, the script actually has 9 steps in it because it required 2 steps to perform the task of setting up the criteria for the search. Before I can proceed, I need to save the new script. So I'll go to the Scripts menu and choose Save Script. Now I'll close the Edit Script window, and you'll see that by default the new script appears here with its name, available titles, and with a check mark against it, and the check mark indicates that the script will be included in the Scripts menu. So it's time to exit the Manage Scripts window and test our new script. From the Scripts menu, I'll choose Available Titles. And sure enough, FileMaker has produced a list of available titles in a PDF document. And having completed its task, it's returned me to the original context, that is, to the author's listing layout. So my 8-step process is now fully automatic. If I delete the Available Titles file, I can create a new one at any time by simply selecting the Available Titles command, and FileMaker works its way through the entire process, all 8 steps, produces a new Available Titles PDF document, and opens it for me on the screen. Of course, the particular 8 steps that I chose to automate with this particular example script are indicative of the enormous range of things that FileMaker can do using the same basic process of creating a script, saving it, and then calling it from the Scripts menu.